In the 90s it was hard not to be a fan of the incredible cartoons and shows which Nickelodeon were putting on our TV screens. Whilst we all no doubt have our favourites, it would be hard to argue that Rugrats was not one of the station's most important series. It ran from 1991 until 2004, and with 9 seasons and over 170 episodes, it came to surprise no one when the licence began to be used in other ways. In terms of video games, the N64 had 2 titles based loosely on the Rugrats universe. The first title was Rugrats Scavenger Hunt, also known as Treasure Hunt outside of North America. Released in mid-1999 by THQ and developed by Realtime Associates, Rugrats Scavenger Hunt is a board game video game aimed at the younger gamer and draws clear inspirations from the hit title Mario Party. There are 3 different game modes to play through in both solo, multiplayer and co-op, and of course the most popular Rugrats characters are all present in the game. With Rumble Pack support, a random board generator and voice acting from the original cast, you could be forgiven for thinking that this should have given the Mario Party series a run for its money. Like the name suggests, the objective of the game is to move around the game board in an attempt to find hidden items. Each board is divided up into different tiles, and you must traverse the game board whilst having the ability to search where you land for the mystery items. The winner is the first person or team to collect a series of items, and as I'm sure you can imagine, this quickly turns into a monotonous and dull experience. The entire pace of the game is far too slow when playing solo, and this is compounded even further when playing with one or more friends. As you move around the various game boards, you can land on squares which give you items, abilities, or the option to search one of the room's locations for the hidden items needed. Each game board is broken down into smaller rooms, and so the game quickly turns into a tiresome experience of randomly searching positions and then moving into the next room. Slowing you down further are other non-playable characters like Grandpa and Spike, who are supposed to be there to help or hinder you, but it's rare that their addition to the boards enhances the gameplay in any shape or form. Frustrating you even further is the energy meter, which reduces as you move around the board. When it hits 0, your baby will need a nap, and you will miss the next turn. To add some depth to the game, the developers gave you the ability to trade cookies for energy, but this only draws out the game needlessly. It's a mechanic that simply has no place or need to be in the game at all. Graphically, the game is a mixed bag. Whilst the intro cutscene and story-based videos which introduce each game board are generally well made, the jagged and rough looking textures are nothing like the quirky art style of the TV series. In the game, the 3 game boards are also hit or miss. Angelica's temple and the pirate ship are okay in terms of design, but Reptar's board, which should have been an incredible mix of jungle and forest themes, ends up being a bizarre set of rings with little background graphics making it appear as if it wasn't finished properly. As the camera moves around when playing, it often clips or gets caught on objects in the room, and the level of animation in game is horrible, made even worse by the fact that this is a game based on an animated TV show. Perhaps the one saving grace of the game is its audio. With the original cast voicing the characters in the game, they do sound true to life. The writing is also very good, and the setup for the games are interesting. If anything, it could pass as a plot for a real TV episode. I was also surprised by just how much audio there is. Quite impressive, albeit not the highest quality you can hear on the console. Keeping the audio true to form, the score was composed by Mark Mothersbaugh, who scores most of the cartoon episodes, and so the background music fits the game perfectly and remains uninterrupting while playing. This is perhaps the one game where I think I would have actually preferred some intrusive music just to take away the dullness of the main game, because sadly Rugrats Scavenger Hunt pales in comparison to the better board games on the N64 and other systems at the time. Even for fans of the series and for younger gamers, the game just isn't fun to play either solo or with friends. And so for today's topic of conversation, I'd love to know what type of game you would make with the Rugrats license if you had the opportunity. Personally, I think that a point and click adventure game would have worked really well, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and until next time.